friends. Thank you for tuning in. This is the TLYS show, and I'm Li Ying. We are very excited to kick off our brand new series about entrepreneurship. So today, joining us is the artsy, good-looking, hardworking Nico, aka the teacher guy in Shanghai.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I saw the series, but I know you're doing a new one right now, so I'm just really happy to be like part of it and kicking off like the new segment you're gonna have.
Yeah. Do you like the adjectives that I put for you?
Yeah. Teacher guy is fine, but good looking is even better. I'll take that. Hardworking. I guess that's the basics. Like, if you're gonna do anything like your own work, well, if you don't work hard, nothing's gonna happen. So I'll take that.
So how long have you been printing t-shirts?
Well, probably started about like 7 years ago, I would say.
7 years.
And at first it was just like a hobby thing.
Yeah.
So my ex-girlfriend at the time, she was doing her own prints, and at first I just started to help her, try to like move our small little brand, print a little bit more, do markets, promote it. But then it turned out people are asking us, hey, if you can print this, like your own design, can you print my design? Can you print my logo? Can you print like a design I'm doing for my kid's birthday party, things like this? And it's like, well, technically yes, but never thought like somebody's gonna ask me, because you can get that on Taobao, you can get that for cheap, like And now it turned out like there's a business in it, and then little by little, it became like the more you do, the more customers you have, the more they recommend you to their friends and things like this, and the more it became like, okay, there's actually a viable business behind that. But there was no big plan. It started as like, printing on the kitchen table, washing everything in the bathroom. It was not like some grand business plan, and then turned into something very, very enjoyable. Alright, so because you guys came in, I was like, okay, it's going to be more interesting if I also show you how the printing is happening.
Yeah.
So here's one of my own design. It's based on a doodle I did like just before going to sleep, just for fun. Just try to be a little bit creative, do something, like sometimes you have just long days of work, and even though what I'm doing is creative, when you just print the same thing for other people, you need a little something like refreshing your brain or something like that. So I try to draw something at night sometimes, and that's part of like a little dinosaur series that I've like started to do this summer. The previous one I did was let me find it. Yeah, it was this guy. Yeah, so that was the first. That was the first of the series. Actually, I put it on Instagram. I asked people like between this one and the swimming dinosaur, which one they prefer, and they voted for this one, but not by a really high margin either. So I was like, I know I'm still gonna do the swimming one because I like it. And so the idea is to have like a mini series. Maybe I'm gonna do like 4 or 5 different ones. Design is done, like it's sketched. I vectorized it as well. All that's left to do is first make a screen and then print it. That's it. So I'm just going to show you how I make a screen, and then a little bit later we're going to print it. So I mean, the printing part doesn't take that long. You need to make the screen, you need to set up your print, as in like get your settings right in terms of position on the shirt. So every step, if you put all the steps together, like if it's for a one-off shirt, you could be between like 1 or 2 hours of all the different steps together. However, you also have to have a gap between all those steps. When you make a screen, you gotta let it dry. When you set up, you need to heat up your machines first and things like this. So it's like just that whole process. The first step of making the screen, just I can show you this. This is a screen. Here you have a mesh, and through the mesh the ink is gonna go. Now it works exactly like a stencil, where there's the glue, it's like the emulsion, the ink cannot go through where it's a light color, where it's like the white or the yellow of the stream, the ink is going to go through. So the first step, you put emulsion on your screen, and you got to have that. You got to let that dry. So this, I already prepped it up because that takes time and it's kind of boring to see. So yeah. Now what we need to do, we have in here blank screen, so like just covered in blue, and we need to expose our design on this screen. So first step is going to be printing the design on a film. So this is just like a regular photo printer. The only thing that's a little bit special about it is that it's got extra black ink in it, because what we want to do, we want to print on this and we want to print as black as possible, so when we expose, you just expose as well. So here we are, we got the film, which then is going to translate into the artwork, which now I see it's going to be pretty big on the shirt, but I like that. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to use this to expose our film on our screen. I'm just going to reset the time. Can you turn all of the lights? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just go for it. Go for it. Alright, so you can see yellow lights, basically those yellow lights don't have UV in it. Same idea of like if you go do exposure of photos, they use red ones. I think red maybe it's got even less stuff in it, like rays. So here we got the screen that I prepped like a day or two ago. So you can see there's nothing on it. We're gonna need to put this on there, but we want to make sure where it's gonna go, centered and everything. This light box is for, just to make sure everything is centered. Alright, so now we've got the film on the screen. So you can see the film is on this side. Over here we got UV LEDs. So when the UV is going to shine on it, the part of the screen that is not covered by the black is going to harden, and the part that is covered by the black is just going to stay soft. And then we're going to be able to wash off that part. This is just more convenient. Alright, so now we exposed it. So right now you cannot see anything. What we need to do now is going to be wash off the soft part. So you're going to see it appear right away. As soon as I put water on, you're going to see the design. So basically, everything that's lighter right now, in a second, it's just gonna wash off with a bit more pressure.
How did you learn this self-taught?
So you can find a lot of information, and then for really the exposure, I have like a great partner and friend who's also got his print shop here in Shanghai, and he was already exposing his own screen, and he helped me out a lot. Like, he gave me some of his old material, and I had to find my own emulsion because I'm not using the same ink as him, especially back then. But then he gave me a lot of tips on that, and then it was just me trying, failing, getting it better and better and better, little by little. All right. So now we have it.
Oh, that looks
like you can see the light go through, but it's basically the ink will also go through later. So that's it. It's done. All we have to do is let it dry. Now we got a dry screen. So the next thing I'm gonna do is check it, and I'm gonna expose it again, just making sure the emulsion is really dry. So that's it. 1 minute in it. Okay. I'm just taping the sides so that when I put the ink will not go on the side. So because on the sides you don't have emulsion, it's just a lot safer doing this. So it's all about the setup. Alright, so now we're pretty much set. Just need a bit of ink. Yeah, but you know, I can just put it back. And that's it.
Wow.
You know?
That's it.
Yeah. It's fairly simple, right? So here you go. What I did right now is I flashed the top, meaning you could kind of touch the ink, but it's not ready to wear it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It looks great.
Alright, and now just heat it a bit. So that makes like the ink stays on the shirt when you're gonna wash it. It's not gonna be any problems there. And so basically that's like the steps for printing a shirt. And then it's just rinse and repeat, you know. You do 1, you do 100, you do the same step, you put your shirt on.
It's not that easy, you know, the size. It has to be accurate.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's where like you optimize everything, you know. Like you gotta find the right table, you gotta find the timing, you gotta find like the right gesture. On this, the angle and the amount of strength you put on also is important.
Like you're pushing it really hard.
Yeah, because on this mesh, like the openings is pretty small, so I want to make sure there's enough that passes on the shirt. Otherwise, your ink will be like too light. I just need one to start something, right?
How do I look?
It's a little bit big.
Yeah, but I like it.
Hey, feel free to cut the shirt.
No,
or, like,
I'm not gonna cut it.
If you want.
No, I'm
No,
not.
I do have people who do that. You know, they just cut the neck differently and. You know,
All right, this is cool.
I'm definitely cool with that.
All right.
Oh, sweet.
All right. So come and then visit. What's your website?
wasabiprintshop.com. And probably you can put in the description. It's
All
gonna
right.
be easier.
Yes. Okay. So this is awesome. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And stay tuned for more interesting entrepreneur stories. Bye for now.